this Wednesday, May the 31st edition of the Ringside Report. I am Ryan Young. Joining me on the phone, as always, the king of controversy, Anthony Smoody. Smoody, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, happy holidays.
How was your Memorial Day weekend, kiddo?
Not bad. The Cubs suck, but you know.
Yeah, we're gonna just gallivant right past that subject right now because I keep saying, oh, it's early, but when does June starts tomorrow. When does it stop being early, and when do I start to panic? Do the Cubs get a pass this year because they won the World Series? Or no?
Right now, I just think the Cubs need to, now with the summer beginning, I think this is now their start to get rolling and moving because they've had a rough 2 months. I think it's just time. And then with Milwaukee and St. Louis and all these guys,
they keep losing though. So the Cubs they're only a game and a half out as we're taping this.
Yes, and early with St. Louis and everything. So Milwaukee, it's just scary with the Brewers and.
It is. We'll see. Hopefully, I'm going to the game Sunday, Cubs Cardinals. So hopefully they can pull out a W. So far, I'm 0-2 this year, so that needs a change.
Yeah.
Let's start this thing off by Monday Night Raw. Let's recap it from Monday. Starts off with Miz TV. He introduces Sheamus and Cesaro, who are getting a tag team title match in a steel cage. Come Extreme Rules on Sunday. Well, Dean Ambrose comes out, interrupts it. Then he says, I'm not stupid, I got backup. The Hardys come with him. Eventually he makes the six-man tag team match. Of course, the Hardys will be facing Sheamus and Cesaro. Dean Ambrose will be facing The Miz for the Intercontinental title. Dean Ambrose and the Hardys defeat Miz, Sheamus, and Cesaro. Elias Sampson gets a victory over I'm guessing some local guy from, where were they? Greensboro?
Yes.
Or Greenville? Greenville,
South Carolina.
Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe gets the victory there. There were 3 of the 5 men involved in the main event on Sunday. The other 2 will be in a match a little bit later on. Rich Swann defeats Noam Dar. Now, is that a pre-show match that was announced for Extreme Rules? Alicia Fox and Noam Dar against Rich Swann and Sasha Banks. Is that a pre-show or is it on the card?
On the card.
So we don't have a pre-show match yet?
As of right now, we don't have one until I will find out this weekend. Hopefully we know
before we tape Sunday's show or Friday's show. Titus O'Neil Rich Swann defeats Noam Dar. Titus O'Neil defeats Kalisto. Oh my God, Tony! In a segment that I think they were hoping to go good, the fans were not buying the Bayley look back. This is your life thing with Alexa Bliss. It turned into a shit show.
This was horrible. I think still the best. You have to go back to September 27th, 1999.
Rock.
Monday Night Raw episode Greenboro, North Carolina, where Rock and Mick Foley's 30-minute was the greatest ever.
Didn't they bring back like Rock's teacher and gym teacher and stuff?
Yeah, it was the thing where Vince McMahon never expected to pull his hair out of that one.
And then, of course, Austin Aries and Jack Gallagher defeat TJP and Neville. And then, Tony, who won the main event between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins? Because I forgot to cross it off.
Roman Reigns won the match.
Roman Reigns. So, Tony, who do you think has the most momentum going in to Sunday out of the 5 men involved? The winner faces Brock Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire.
Well, I don't think Samoa Joe and Bray Wyatt are going to mostly win it in Roman Reigns. I just think it's going to be between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. So I'm not picking anything yet, but I just think that Seth Rollins will get the title shot, and then expect Finn Balor to get his title shot at SummerSlam.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think that's probably accurate. All right, folks, that's Monday Night Raw. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we're going to preview Ring of Honor and NXT. That's next on the Ringside Report. Welcome back here to the Ringside Report. On this date, Tony, was Over the Edge 1998 when Stone Cold defeated Dude Love. I believe Vince McMahon was the referee for that match, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was at the Mecca across the street from the Brothers of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Is that now the UW Panther Arena?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's where the...
And before that, it was the U.S. Cellular Arena, right?
Yep.
That's where I went to go see Daughtry.
Yeah.
That was one of our infamous moments on Ringside Report when you fell off your chair. Or broke Brandon's chair. Smoody, what would we do without you?
Oh, boy.
Let's preview Ring of Honor and NXT. Ring of Honor, of course, continuing their tour of Japan. I'm not sure I haven't got a chance to watch this week's episode. So second week in a row, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But Ring of Honor, of course, continuing to build up to the best in the world. And of course, you keep talking about Silas Young, and I believe he is in action this week as he's getting possibly closer and closer. You think he's going to be in the line for a title shot coming up soon? Do you still feel that way?
Well, I do, and I think he's partnering with the Beer City Bruiser. But the problem is now he's feuding with Jay Lethal. So probably we're going to see a match between Jay Lethal and Silas Young, with the winner becoming the #1 contender for the Ring of Honor World Championship.
And Jay Lethal, you know, he's been in the world title picture before. He was the longest. He had both the television title and the world title. And now he's become, ever since he's become a good guy, he's kind of fallen on the back burner. I'm not sure. You probably don't know this either, but I don't think Silas Young's ever had a singles title in Ring of Honor.
No, he hasn't. But Jay Lethal, ever since his little manager, the girl, what's her name?
Taylor Hendricks.
Yeah, ever since she left.
And Truth Martini.
Yeah, he's been nothing but. He hasn't changed since we saw him in Dallas when he had the girls and everything, and now he's really gone off the deep end. But it's just bad for him. And
of course, he's been in that feud with Cody Rhodes, and then of course he was in the main event. Christopher Daniels was able to get the victory at War of the Worlds, so it should be interesting to see who comes out of that. But I think maybe we'll see. Maybe it will be Silas Young versus Jay Lethal. The winner will get an opportunity at the Ring of Honor World Champion Christopher Daniels. Okay, if you had a prediction, how long is he holding that title for?
Who?
Christopher Daniels. He won it. What did he do? He won it in February. So when do you think he's going to drop it?
I expect him probably to drop it at the biggest pay-per-view of all time in December.
Final Battle?
Final Battle, yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, give him a little bit of a run. I think once this title reign's over, I think he's going to call it a career.
Well, don't forget, remember, Adam Cole held the title for a long time before he lost that Final Battle. So it's...
He wrestled indie shows over the weekend.
Yes, and I don't think it's time for WWE yet.
I don't think so either. I think he's got some dates to finish. I think he's there. Do you think he's there by next year's next year's WrestleMania?
I think he's there by the Royal Rumble, maybe WrestleMania, probably a Royal Rumble spot. That's where Shinsuke Nakamura. Somebody's gonna go for NXT next year. I don't know who's gonna be.
Well, maybe Bobby Roode, or does he need to stay in NXT?
I think he stays in NXT because him and Eric probably go up in not New Orleans, but Atlanta. Probably Atlanta or Minnesota.
If the following year's WrestleMania is announced in Canada, I think Eric Young and Bobby Roode come up then.
That's what I would think.
I hope it's not in Canada. I don't have a passport.
Neither do I, but I'm just saying if it does happen in Canada or something, that would be huge because you have NXT TakeOver in Toronto, and then you have WrestleMania in Toronto.
Folks, over to tune in to Ring of Honor this week. It is on, of course, you can see it on the Fight TV app. NXT, I think the fallout, the tapings. I believe we are going to hear from Tommaso Ciampa this week, and also there's a lot of news coming out with the Hideo Itami and everything else. So, folks, that is tonight at 7 p.m. on WWE Network NXT, and of course, like I said, Ring of Honor will recap them on Friday. We're going to take a time out when we come back. We are going to preview Impact and also recap last week's Impact. That's next on the Ringside Report. Happy birthday, Smoothie!
Ha!
To Vampiro. He's 50.
Oh, the last time I remember Vampiro is when he lit Sting on fire and then...
Oh, God, them were some... Didn't he throw him off the top of the Titantron, too? Or was that not with Vampiro?
That was with Vampiro. He lit Sting on fire, then Sting... They threw Sting off the top of the Titantron.
Vampiro's the analyst now, or the color commentator for Lucha Underground with Matt Stryker.
Yeah, Vampiro, I remember he's been getting a feud with that ring announcer girl, whatever it was.
Speaking of birthdays, yesterday was my dad's 64th birthday. So happy birthday to the Big Galoot. You can't see it, Tony, but I'm going to show it. This was what I got him for his birthday. It's a framed 8x10 picture of me and him with the World Series trophy a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so I got it framed.
Tundra.
The what?
The frozen tundra.
It was that day. It was frozen. Holy crap! But anyway, happy birthday to Big Galoot. We went out for dinner last night to celebrate. And again, enjoy your retirement, you old fart. Let's recap Impact from last week. Of course, Tony, there's some interesting stuff transpiring in the old TNA.
Wow.
Or Impact.
I can't believe it. Joseph Park.
We'll get to that. Hang on. Let's start from the top. Bruce Pritchard comes out. Lashley comes out, and then EC3 says he's going to be champion, or because him and then Magnus and James Storm come out. The three of them are in a number one. Yeah, Tyrus came out with Bruce Pritchard. It's like his new security guard or something. But then EC3, Magnus, and James Storm are wrestling in the main event on this show. The winner gets Lashley at Slammiversary on July the 2nd. KM and Congo Kong defeat Mahabali Shera and Braxton Sutter. Global Force Wrestling Tag Team Title Tournament continues as the Veterans of War defeat the I don't even know who they are, but they lost. Josh Matthews comes out and says he wants to apologize to JB. JB comes in the ring. He says, I would never apologize to you. And then Joseph Parks comes out and says, you know what? Let's do this match right now. And Josh Matthews says he's going to announce his partner at a later date because, of course, it's Joseph Park, Jeremy Borash versus Josh Matthews and a partner of his choosing. Well, all of a sudden, you hear a very familiar sound, and that is the sound of a siren.
We thought it... Well, first I thought it was... Maybe Abyss was going to come out or something.
That was my thought, and I knew Scott Steiner was coming back. But I forgot that he was. But I forgot he was coming back, and he is Josh Matthews' partner for Slammiversary.
Yeah, he took some fans out as well. He took one guy out and kicked the crap.
Remember when he used to do that? Remember in WCW towards the end when he was a world champion and he was a nutcase? He was always fighting with fans.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I think that this match at Slammiversary.
That's going to be a good one, because the thing is, for you folks that don't know, Josh Matthews knows how to wrestle. He was in the first ever season of Tough Enough.
Isn't this the... Now, picture this, okay? We're gonna
okay, Sophia Petrillo, what am I picturing?
Let's go back to 2011. Remember the feud between Michael Cole and Jerry King Lawler, where Cole used to do things? Josh Matthews, I was bringing it to my dad. I said, Josh Matthews reminds me of Michael Cole.
Definitely.
The phone, doing exactly, and then ended up in a match where it was crazy. So
during that storyline, wasn't Josh Matthews the guy that was in between those two?
Yep. So exactly, think of Pope is in the middle of between Josh Matthews. It's gonna end at Slammiversary with probably somebody getting their butt kicked and.
You know what? I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm gonna say Pope turns on Jeremy Borash and Josh Matthews and Scott Steiner win.
Yeah.
Why not? Because I think Josh Matthews is done after this. I think he's not going to announce anymore. So then you can have Pope be heel and JB be the face play-by-play.
I was thinking Pope turns his back on Josh Matthews and joins JB and then Steiner puts Josh Matthews in the Steiner recliner and
that'd be good too.
You see Madison Rain coming out crying her heart out. But you know what's scary? Do you know what's scary about this?
What?
Well, you're going to announce it in a minute, but last week's mixed tag team match with that Davey Richards and...
Eddie Edwards and his wife Alicia defeat Davey Richards and Angelina Love. Then Davey Richards gets handcuffed, and they just brutally attack Alicia. There's got to be a rematch at Slammiversary, probably like a street fight or something.
I think it should come to an end where they should make it a match at Slammiversary where... They make it like totally on no holds barred, balls kind of anywhere, whatever, beat the crap out of each other. And then the loser, both of them has to leave TNA for good. I mean... I
think that would definitely be... I'd like that.
I think Alicia is going to end up joining the roster.
And Angelina Love's just there for a minute. She won't be staying.
She's horrible. She looks like a...
Now she is matching ring attire with her husband. How cute. Finally, number one contender for the world title, EC3 defeats Magnus James Storm. So you got EC3 versus Lashley coming up at Slammiversary. Both are heels, but Lashley's kind of more of the face.
I don't think this is... I think this is going to happen, but I think Bruce Pritchard's going to... something's going to happen this week, because I guarantee Bruce Pritchard... Remember, EC3 2 weeks ago attacked Bruce Pritchard, so remember...
Yeah, EC3 is a nutcase, so who knows what'll happen. Of course, the fallout of all that coming up tomorrow night on Pop TV. We'll be recapping that next Wednesday again because, of course, another busy week with pay-per-view. Speaking of that, preview of Friday's show, we're going to recap SmackDown, 205 Live, Ring of Honor, and NXT. Plus, we're going to have preview SSW, which I won't be at. Scott Bate, I believe Devin Diamond's filling in for me, and then also the wrap up or the warm up for Extreme Rules. So stay tuned for that on Friday. Also, best wishes go out to Tiger Woods, who looks like he couldn't handle his alcohol over the weekend.
Yeah, that was I heard. That
Poor guy. When it rains, it pours.
He's mixing alcohol with medication, and he made a mistake and. Not a good time with Tiger Woods.
I've always been a fan of him. The last time he golfed, it was dreadful, and I just wish him the best.
Yeah. It's been a rough time.
We'll see, but I wish him the best. Okay, folks, that's it for Wednesday. We'll see you Friday to recap the week. It'll be June, Tony, but the next time we're on here, it's June already. This year is flying by.
Yeah, and we'll be halfway. We're halfway here.
Don't forget, Ringside Report 500, June 16th. Big announcement. Huge announcement that's going to change the face of the Ringside Report forever.
Ryan's wearing a dress for the rest of his life.
No one wants to. I'll borrow the one Scott X Con Ortiz wears.
Yeah, he'll be his prison bitch. Good night, America.
Good night, America.